85. To know, to not know.
는 줄 알다 모르다.
As you know.
알다시피 소스, howtostudykorean.com.
Below is a list of vocabularies to be used in this lesson. Nouns.
굴,
Means grass.
단식,
Means a singles match. In sports.
주거,
Means place of living, dwelling, residence.
야심,
Means ambitions, aspirations.
각도,
Means angle.
수납,
Means storage.
수납장,
Means closet.
청년,
Means young people.
징역,
Means prison.
실권,
Means power.
겉보기,
Means outward appearance. Verbs.
베다,
Means to cut.
데우다,
Means to heat up.
욕하다,
Means to swear, to insult.
단식하다,
Means to fast.
남 모르다,
Means for something to be secret or unknown to people. Passive verbs.
베이다,
Means to be cut. Adjectives.
과하다,
Means to be excessive.
분명하다,
Means to be clear, to be for definite.
미지근하다,
Means to be lukewarm. Adverbs and other words.
아마,
Means probably.
한층,
Means much more.
남 몰래,
Means secretly.
온종일,
Means all day. Introduction. In this lesson, you will learn two grammatical principles that are commonly used with the verb
알다,
to know. First, you will learn about.
줄 알다,
And second, you will learn about.
다시피,
Let's get started. To know. How to.
줄 알다,
By placing.
줄 알다,
After a verb, you can indicate that one knows how to do that action. For example,
각도를 잴 줄 알아요.
I know how to measure the angle.
김밥을 만들 줄 알아요.
I know how to make.
김밥 한국말로 욕을 할 줄 알아요.
I know how to swear in Korean.
저는 그것을 할 줄 알아요.
I know how to do that. It is common to use this type of sentence as a question to ask if one knows how to do an action. For example,
각도를 잴 줄 알아요.
do you know how to measure the angle?
김밥을 만들 줄 알아요.
Do you know how to make?
김밥, 한국말로 욕을 할 줄 알아요.
Do you know how to swear in Korean?
그것을 할 줄 알아요.
Do you know how to do that? Left double quotation mark.
줄,
Is one of these special nouns like
수,
in,
을 수 있다.
and,
적,
in.
는 적이 있다.
That can only be described by something in the
는 것,
form. You can also use the word
모르다.
to not know instead of
알다.
to state that one does not know how to do an action. For example,
각도를 잴 줄 몰라요.
I don't know how to measure the angle.
김밥을 만들 줄 몰라요.
I don't know how to make.
김밥 한국말로 욕을 할 줄 몰라요.
I don't know how to swear in Korean.
저는 그것을 할 줄 몰라요.
I don't know how to do that. It is also possible to use
모르다.
to create a question. For example,
각도를 잴 줄 몰라요.
you don't know how to measure the angle.
김밥을 만들 줄 몰라요.
You don't know how to make.
김밥, 한국말로 욕을 할 줄 몰라요.
You don't know how to swear in Korean.
그것을 할 줄 몰라요.
You don't know how to do that, comma. There is another meaning that can be created by describing.
줄,
When creating this meaning, it is possible for the word describing
줄,
to be in the past, present, or future tense. When used this way, the speaker is stating that she just realized something is not true, but because of some lapse in judgment, originally thought that it was true. It is hard to describe with words, so I will describe an example from my real life. One day, I went to buy some
김밥,
worth 2001. When I paid a lady, she gave me a weird look. She looked at me and said something like, "Aren't you going to give me more money?" After a minute of confusion, she looked down and said,
아 미안해요 1,000원만 준 줄 알았어요.
"Oh, sorry, I thought you only gave me 1001. Notice that
주다,
is describing
줄,
in the past tense using
는,
Another example would be if I was talking to somebody in my school using the low respect form of speech. Afterwards, I realized that the person that I am speaking to is not a student but is actually a teacher, which could actually happen in Korea because some people look really young. In this scenario, I could say,
미안해요 학생인 줄 알았어요.
sorry, I thought you were a student. Notice that
이다.
is describing
줄.
in the present tense using.
는.
Also remember that the rules of describing a noun are different for verbs and adjectives.
이다.
Notice that the English translation for the sentence above could be the same as a quoted sentence using.
생각하다.
For example,
학생이라고 생각했어요.
I thought you were a student. In order for you to understand the purpose of,
줄.
let's talk about the difference between.
학생인 줄 알았어요.
I thought you were a student.
학생이라고 생각했어요.
I thought you were a student. The difference between the two is that
을 줄 알다.
implies that there was a lapse in judgment that caused the speaker to make a mistake, whereas
다고.
just expresses that the speaker thought something. For example,
그녀가 예쁘다고 생각했어요.
I thought she was pretty. This would be used if your opinion was that the girl is actually pretty.
그녀가 예쁜 줄 알았어요.
Oh, I thought she was pretty. This would be used if you originally thought the girl was pretty, but because of some lapse in judgment, maybe you saw her from far away and couldn't see her very well. However, when you get new information, maybe you saw her close up, or your friends told you that she is not pretty, you now realize that she actually isn't pretty. Depending on when the action that was mistaken occurs, it is possible to describe
줄.
in the past, present or future tense. For example,
아버지가 저에게 돈을 준 줄 알았어요.
I thought that dad gave me money. The speaker, for some reason, had a lapse in judgment and mistakenly thought that his dad gave him money.
아빠가 저에게 돈을 주는 줄 알았어요.
I thought that dad was giving me money. The speaker, for some reason, had a lapse in judgment and mistakenly thought that his dad is giving him money.
아빠가 저에게 돈을 줄 알았어요.
I thought that dad will give me money. The speaker, for some reason, had a lapse in judgment and mistakenly thought that his dad will give him money. Below are many examples where
줄.
is being described in the past tense.
저한테 욕한 줄 알았어요.
I thought you swore at me.
아빠가 풀을 이미 벤 줄 알았어요.
I thought dad already cut the grass.
저의 손가락이 그 칼에 베인 줄 알았어요.
I thought my finger got cut by the knife.
물이 미지근해서 아빠가 물을 데운 줄 알았어요.
I thought dad heated up the water cause it was lukewarm.
그 남자가 남몰래 바람을 피우고 와이프와 이혼한 줄 알았어요.
I thought that man got a divorce with his wife because he had an affair without anybody knowing. Below are many examples where
줄.
is being described in the present tense.
그 사람들이 온종일 단식하는 줄 알았어요.
I thought those people fasted all day.
그 선수가 단식 테니스만 잘하는 줄 알았어요.
I thought that player was only good at singles tennis.
캐나다에서 영국 왕비가 실권을 쥐는 줄 알았어요.
I thought the Queen of England held all the power in Canada.
그 선물을 겉보기로만 봐서 나쁜 선물인 줄 알았어요.
By only looking at the outside appearance, I thought you got me a bad present.
그 청년이 야심이 많은 줄 알았는데 어떻게 5년 동안 징역을 살았어요.
I thought that boy had lots of aspirations. How could he have been in prison for 5 years? The English translations of the verb seem to be more natural when translated into the past tense. However, in the above examples, realize that
줄.
is being described by something in the present tense. Below are many examples where
줄.
is being described in the future tense.
내가 죽을 줄 알았어.
I thought I was going to die.
우리가 내일 갈 줄 알았어.
I thought we were going tomorrow.
나한테 돈을 줄 알았어.
I thought you were going to give me money.
옷을 수납장에 넣을 줄 알았어요.
I thought you would put the clothes in the closet.
민지가 미국 대학교에 갈 줄 알았어.
I thought
민지.
would be going to an American university.
우리에게 남모르는 비밀을 말할 줄 알았어요.
I thought you were going to tell us some secret that nobody knows.
여자친구에게 과하게 욕을 해서 분명히 헤어질 줄 알았어요.
I thought for sure that your girlfriend would break up with you for swearing at her too much.
저번 훈련을 통해 그 선수의 실력이 한층 더 좋아질 줄 알았어요.
I thought that athlete's ability would be much better because of the training last time. The speaker can use
모르다,
in place of
알다.
to indicate that something is true, but because of some lapse in judgment, she originally thought that it wasn't true. For example, look at the difference between using
모르다,
and
알다.
in the following examples.
그녀가 예쁜 줄 알았어요.
I thought she was pretty. This would be used if you originally thought the girl was pretty, but because of some lapse in judgment, maybe you saw her from far away and couldn't see her very well. However, when you get new information, maybe you saw her close up, or your friends told you that she is not pretty, you now realize that she actually isn't pretty.
그녀가 예쁜 줄 몰랐어요.
I didn't know she was pretty. This would be used if you originally thought the girl wasn't pretty, but because of some lapse in judgment, maybe you saw her from far away and couldn't see her very well. However, when you get new information, maybe you saw her close up, or your friends told you that she is pretty, you now realize that she actually is pretty. Other examples.
거기가 비싼 줄 몰랐어요.
I didn't know it was expensive there. Originally you didn't know it was expensive there, but you realized that you were wrong, and it is actually expensive there.
그 핸드폰이 좋은 줄 몰랐어요.
I didn't know that cell phone was good. Originally you didn't know that cell phone was good, but you realized that you were wrong, and it actually is good.
내가 가고 싶지 않다고 한 줄 몰랐어.
I didn't know you said you didn't wanted to go. This is a confusing example, but it could still be used. Originally you didn't know that she said she didn't want to go, but now you realize that she said she didn't want to go. Full stop. Referring to a listener's perception.
다시피.
Can be used to refer to a listener's perceptions. Technically the thing that connects to the word is
다시피.
the
다.
is not part of the stem of the word, but actually part of the grammatical principle itself. Tilde
다시피.
is most commonly added to
알다.
to refer to what the listener knows. For example,
너도 알다시피.
as you know,
선생님도 알다시피.
as you, teacher, know, as you can see,
to.
is commonly added to the person. In addition to the speaker, the listener also knows. In times when the listener deserves a high amount of respect, it is common to also include the formal
의식.
which you learned in lesson 39. For example,
선생님도 아시다시피.
as you, teacher, know,
부장님도 아시다시피.
as you, boss, know. Tilde
다시피.
is often added to
보다.
refer to what the listener sees. For example,
너도 보다시피.
as you can see,
선생님도 보시다시피.
as you, teacher, can see,
부장님도 보시다시피.
as you, boss, can see. You can use these constructions to refer to what the listener knows or is looking at in sentences. For example,
부장님도 아시다시피 저는 내일 출장을 가야 돼요.
as you know, I have to go on a business trip tomorrow.
너도 알다시피 나는 돈이 없어서 그것을 못 사.
As you know, I have no money, so I can't buy that.
너도 보다시피 우리 집 상황이 매우 안 좋아.
As you can see, the situation of our house is really not good.
선생님도 보시다시피 제 가방에 아무것도 없어요.
As you can see, there is nothing in my bag. That's it for this lesson. For more info, please visit howtostudiokorean.com.